Today's video is as much for me as it is for you guys. I will admit I am terrible when it comes to pre-run routine. I just put my shoes on and off I go. But I know that I could be getting far more out of my run. I could be reducing the chance of niggles, and I could also just be generally bettering myself as a runner. When I put it like that, I am not sure why I haven't implemented this sooner. Now is the time, and I have a great routine to share. The whole point of these few minutes is to get your mind and your body ready to run. It does not, however, replace the jog warm-up that you'd need before threshold efforts or some speed work. Now, I've chosen some movements that are going to help activate those muscles that need to be firing before your run, as well as some movements to help loosen and open up any areas that are prone to tightness, especially if you're going for a run first thing in the morning or after a whole day sat at your desk. Got a really nice gentle warm-up to get you started. So if you need some support for your balance, then go and stand near a wall so you can just hold on to it, and you're simply going to rock backwards and forwards on your feet. Now it sounds really simple, it is, but as you go forwards you're going to go up onto your tiptoes, and there you'll be activating your calf muscles. As you lower your heels down gently and then pull your toes up off the ground, there won't be much movement there, but there you'll be activating the muscles at the front of your shin. This is great to ease you in, wake up the calves before an active stretch, and get the tendons and ligaments around your foot moving. If you have stiff or vulnerable ankles, then add in some ankle rotations, either with your foot off the ground, or if you have your toes touching, then you can just rotate around them. If, like me, you're prone to lower leg issues, then now is the perfect time to add in some ankle and foot activation exercises. But if you want some info on that, check out our video looking at shin splints. And if you already include calf activation in your routine, then now is the perfect time to add in something like calf raises too. This next one is a bit of a flow exercise that actually covers a few areas at once, and it takes some inspiration from yoga, but don't let that put you off, because it's basically 3 in 1, and it's going to tick off some calf mobility, some trunk rotation, as well as waking up your core. Start standing feet hip width apart, and then in a controlled manner, roll down your spine. Starting at your head, take your chin to your chest and gradually curl towards the ground. Focus next on the chest and thoracic spine, then last of all, your lower back, before you're hanging like a rag doll with your arms just floating towards the ground. Then step out gradually with your hands until you're in that plank position. From here, pull your bottom up into a downward dog position, so you're piking. And it's now time to focus on the calves. Repeatedly step from one heel to the other, gently pushing down on alternate sides. This should feel really nice. Don't push it, just feel your way into it and do as many as feels good. Then return to the plank position and drop your knees so that you're in an all fours position. Take one hand off the mat and reach up to the sky, opening up your chest. Once you're at your full range, bring it back down and thread under the opposite shoulder until your mobile shoulder is resting on the ground underneath you. If you like this position, you can hold the rotation for a few seconds. Repeat the opening 5 times before swapping to the other side. From all fours kneeling position, go back into your plank and then push up into downward dog, where you can sort of walk out your calf muscles again. And once you're done there, you're going to come back onto your all fours and getting ready for some bird dog exercises. This is all about control. Forget range or speed. It's activation and smoothness that is key. Lift the opposite hand and knee off the ground, extending them away from you in opposite directions. Concentrate on your middle. No sagging of the belly or tilting of the hips. Imagine you're balancing something precious along your back. Do 5 on one side and then move to the other. And if that's too hard, then just do your legs and then just do your arms independently. And return to the plank, then walk your hands back towards your feet and roll back up to standing. This is another trunk rotator that's going to add in a little hamstring and adductor, sort of gentle wake up and stretch. Stand with your feet wide apart this time and hold your arms up and out so you're making a full body star shape. And then hinging at the hips, not the lower back, and keeping your back straight, rotate diagonally to touch the opposite toe with your hand. Return to the top into that star position and repeat on the other side. Now, it really doesn't matter how close you get to that opposite ankle, but when you're coming up the other way, just make sure you fully extend so you're still getting an opening of the chest as well. And aim to do 5 on each side, but adapt to what feels best for you. Taking the walking lunge one step further this time with a knee hug at the end of each step. So this is going to add in a full range of hip movement through flexion and extension, but also with the option of adding some rotation. Take a large step forward and then drop your back knee towards the ground before transferring your weight onto the front leg. And then you're going to bring that back leg through and towards your chest. Get hold of it and give it a gentle squeeze before releasing and then stepping forwards with that foot. Repeat this movement until you've completed at least 5 on each side. If you have stiff, clunky hips and want to open them a little bit laterally as well, then after the knee hug, take your knee out to the side and back in again before stepping forwards. I've thrown these in at the end as they are optional, and I personally would only use them if I'm about to do a faster run or if I'm really cold and stiff and need to wake up my legs up. And I like to use it actually ahead of a track session once I've already done my jog warm-up or before a race. So for these, you've got 2 options. You've got the forwards and backwards leg swing. You might want to hold on to something just to help with your balance, and make sure that you're not dipping too much or you're not moving your lower back too much. To try and keep that still, you're simply going to swing your leg in that plane forwards and backwards, and then that's going to really help to sort of open up the hip in a flexion and extension movement. And then you can take your leg across your body in a very different movement, which will be opening up your adductors and your abductors, just activating them so you're moving it in an across form. I've purposely not given you any exact repetitions for all of this because all of us have different bodies, and you might even notice that your body wants something different from day to day. So listen to it. If it feels good, it's probably going to help you with your running. I do just want to emphasize though that please don't do any hard static stretches before heading out. That's not going to do you any good at all. It's all about firing those muscles and just waking everything up before you go. And as you can probably tell, I've enjoyed making this video. It's given me some inspiration to make sure I try and do this before my run. But if there's anything you specifically do that you find really works, please do share. Give us a like if you've enjoyed the video. And remember, you can also follow us on social media and you can subscribe here on YouTube.